You're watching The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
We are back on The Experience, and I'm so excited to be here with you guys. We have an incredible show for you guys tonight. Awesome new comics, lots of $2 stuff, and a chance for you guys to pre-order my new comic, War Lion. So stick around. We got a great show for you guys tonight. What is up, everybody? You're watching Kickin It With Onrie, the live shopping show. I am your host, Onrie Cope, and it's great to be here with you guys tonight. We have an incredible collection for you guys ready to go. As always, if you spend 25 bucks with me, you get to spin this awesome wheel. And if you spend 50 bucks with me, you get free shipping on your order. It is so great to be back with you guys after a 2-week break. I had to take some time to get stuff in order for finishing up War Lion and getting to Emerald City Comic Con and getting back into the regular swing of things. So we're going to keep our regular EXP slot throughout the convention season. Wednesdays are good nights because most of the time I'm available to do shows then. So we'll be doing shows on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And if there's a little break in between, I might add an extra slot, or I might actually be using that time to focus on other things that need to get done on the self-publishing front. But either way, it's great to be here with you guys. You can definitely count on me being here every week. And we're going to start off with the bottom row of comics here. We got some really great stuff here. And we're going to kick it off with Crisis of Infinite Earths, number 12 of 12. This is the giant final issue spectacular. This is going to go for just $5 dues tonight. $5 dues. So $5 on that. Let's see what we got in the house here. Canceled. Onrie got canceled. Crisis 12 goes to Curtis. Thank you, Curtis. That was a FOMO book from.
I apologize. I put that up too early. Apparently, there was a slightly earlier YouTube claim by one Nick Barucci. He got the Crisis 12.
Oh, okay. Well, if the boss calls it, then you kind of have to. Yeah, we don't want to get fired here. Hey, Nick. How's it going?
And I would like to say that it is absolutely disturbing to see you not wearing a Yisun Shin.
I finally got a new shirt, dude. Finally. I mean, it took me, I don't know, about like 5 years, but finally I found something new to represent here, and I'm really proud of it. So, and like I said, guys, we have pre-orders available for War Lion number 1. This is my new comic. I'll surrender it to the other fan. All right. Thank you, Nick. We appreciate it. So Curtis is actually going to get it. Nick is being generous. But he's like, he'll send us a private message. And he's like, you can surrender that book to the other customer, but I'd like to see it in my office afterwards for a stern talking to. Anyway, we got War Lion number 1 here. This is the new series that I put out. This is a previous version that we released for Emerald City Comic Con. It was an Emerald City Comic Con exclusive. It is out. It is sold out completely, and we're getting new books printed. The newer books are tighter, better. They're going to be it's going to provide an even better reading experience. Everything was sent off to the printers today. I'll have books by Friday. We're doing War Lion 1 for $20. War Lion is the story of an old warrior passing his legacy onto his daughter. And it is features art by Dexter Wee, who is just absolutely incredible. There's some incredible fight scenes here, all of which I had the pleasure and fun of choreographing with the team. And War Lion's my new big thing now, so it's something you're going to see me pushing a lot of, and I'm going to be wearing War Lion shirts. If anybody wants to pre-order the next exclusive that we're doing, we're getting another 100 books printed. We're gearing up towards our Kickstarter so we can get our offset print in place. So far, we have 5 pre-orders and 20 slots available. So anybody who is interested in pre-ordering War Lion 1, you're going to get this book signed by me, and you're going to enjoy the reading experience. It's basically Blade, Demolition Man, and Logan all rolled into one. You're going to really love this book. It's awesome. Any truth to the rumor you're doing a children's version called Slop Fight Kitten? Yeah, I don't do kid stuff. It's because I'm not smart enough to write kid stuff. Warline equals inspired by the life of David Moore. Yes, it absolutely is inspired by the life of David Moore. All right, the next book we have here is the Bruce Timm variant of Detective Comics number 1000, which has a price tag of $10 on it, not 1,000. 1,000 cents maybe, but not $1,000. $10 is the price tag on the suggested MSRP on the cover here. I'm selling this copy tonight for just $5. It's yours at $5. Really cool Bruce Timm Detective Comics 1000 cover here. Next book we got here is Hulk #1. Hulk #1 by John Byrne and Ron Garney. This is a collector's item. Marvel tells you it's a collector's item. If they say it, then it must be true. This is going to go for $5. Everybody wants me to write Warline as a kid's book. Don't you guys understand? I'm the king of getting canceled. There's no way I could do kids' books. My next book's going to be a kid. There will be no children allowed to read Warline. Actually, I let my 10-year-old read it. Your 10-year-old will be fine. Besides, your kids have probably seen, there's like one scene with boobs in it. And I'm just going to point this out to everybody right now. Boobs are the first thing you see when you come into this world. So why is it such a big deal after that? So just surprised I didn't get. I'm just surprised I didn't get canceled yet. Thanks, Nick. I got you on that. On the Hulk. The face. Boobs are the first thing you see. I mean, I'm serious. And you have to wait until page 30. You can easily block it out, All right. Let's keep going here. We have Captain Marvel #32. And he's like, what's so wrong with boobs? I mean, I really just don't see the big deal here. I wonder what kind of hair gel he uses. Hairspray, whatever. All right. Anyway, we got Captain Marvel, the new Captain Marvel, #32, going for $10 today. This one's going to go for 10. Claim page 30. Actually, speaking of that, we are going to have the original art for sale for Warline soon. I've been talking with Dexter about it. I got to send him a package with his comps and everything in there. And he's going to send me some original art for us to put up for the Kickstarter. And our Kickstarter is mainly to finance our offset print as well as our variant covers that we're going to do for Warline too. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a really great season here. Next up, I have Dark Avengers #8. This is a variant edition. We got the little frame here, the Marvel frame. It's going to go for $10. $10 on this for the Dark Avengers variant edition #8. Next book we got here is Venom #155. It's a lenticular, and it is a lenticular of the Amazing Spider-Man 546. Kind of like switches and then goes to Venom. And when you open it up, you see a really cool Venom image. I'll show it to you guys because it's so badass. I don't know who does the art for it, but it's a really fine piece of art. It's a fine piece of art. This is going to go for $10, by the way. So if anybody's interested, you can just call it in the comments. It's a nice cover here. Check that out. Looks like it's Clayton Crane, if I'm not mistaken, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's your mom. My mom doesn't draw well. You shut up. I deleted it so you'd cancel me. All right, next book we got here is JLA Avengers #2 of 4. Came across this and I'm like, all right, I got to grab this. This is going to go for $15 today. $15 for JLA Avengers #2 of 4. Complete your set. If you got #1, 3, and 4, I got #2 here for you for just $15. What's really interesting about this, the story is a little all over the place for me personally as a fan. I'm not into that lore, but just looking at the artwork from Perez is really the drawing for this. Like, I could just stare at his work all day long, and he puts so much detail into everything. I mean, look at it. He's literally got all of the JLA, all the major members of the JLA and the Avengers on one cover. That's impressive. And it's not like it's a busy cover. It's not like if you didn't know who these characters are, you might get like lost in it. But he draws attention to all the right stuff. You have Thor and Superman in the center, vying for control, vying for power. That's really where your eye immediately goes. But then you got a great Batman and Captain America fighting at the bottom there. And let's do a poll. Who thinks Batman would get his ass stomped by Captain America? I say Captain America would beat Batman bloody. I don't think Batman has a chance. I don't care about his martial arts. He doesn't have superhuman strength. He doesn't need it, Onrie. He does. Superman with kryptonite. Shut up. I'm just kidding. And here's the Flash. He's like basically doing nothing. He's like, hey, while you guys have been fighting, I like ran around the entire world and like lost to Quicksilver. Where the heck is Quicksilver? Anyway, $15. Call it as you see it. JLA Avengers #2. Hey, you know what tech Batman has on him? The tech that allows him to get his ass whooped by Captain America. I'll tell you this. Chris Evans would beat the living crap out of Robert Pattinson. And no one can argue with me on that. Nobody can argue with me on that. Because you know what? Chris Evans put in the time. He went to the gym. He pumped the iron. I think Finn Jones would beat up Robert Pattinson. That's how weak I think Robert Pattinson is. And if you think I'm lying to you, then you really need to read up on your All-American Men of War. Let me mansplain why you need this book. This is going to go for $15 today. Look it up online. This is issue number 92. And the first listing you'll see that the book is going for $90, which is outrageous. And then I saw another copy going for $60, and then $40, and then $30. So my price is $15 because I want to move it. I don't want to sit on it. Take it. It's yours. All right. Next book we got here, we have the Greg Capullo variant of the latest Batman Spawn crossover. This is going to go for $10 tonight. $10 on this. Call it as you see it. That's a near mint one. Next book I have here is Book of Shadows. This is a Diamond Retailer exclusive that was handed out at the Ringo Awards. This is going to go for just $10 tonight for Book of Shadows #1. And VF near mint on that. It's in real great shape. And then we got Gen 13 and Fantastic Four, signed by Carl Story. This is 56 out of 1,500. Comes with a Dynamic Forces Certificate of Authenticity. It was signed by Carl Story, and it's certification number C93223, which is really significant. Anyway, this is going to go for $25 or best offer. $25 or best offer. I'll take a best offer on that. It's just got to move at this point. Next book we got here is The Deceasening, based on the true case files of the Waynes. A Good Day to Die. This is issue #1 of The Deceasening. This needs to move. I have it at $5, and its cover price is $5. It's a variant cover too, so $5 on this. Call it as you see it. Yeah, I'm drinking straight gin. Actually, that's straight vodka. All right, the next book I got here is super epic. I really enjoyed this. Mullet Cop. It's basically RoboCop meets Kenny Powers from Eastbound and Down. Basically, this, like, it's the year 2099. You can see it right up there. It says it's 2099. And everybody lives in this big mall. Like, all of society lives in a mall now. And there are mall cops that basically, like, protect people. And Mullet Cop, he gets, like, shot and killed and then rebuilt. And he's basically rebuilt as Kenny Powers. And it's really funny. It's really great. I love the illustration. I love the pastel feel of the book. it's a great experience, and it's a thick book too. I want to say this is probably 48 pages. I can't tell because there's no freaking page numbers in the book. See, if there's page numbers, I'd be able to be like, oh, wow, there's 49 pages in here. But like, since there's not, obviously no publisher anymore believes in page numbers. Like, needs that. Idiots. Anyway, Mullet Cop is going to go for $8 today. This is a first printing, and it is an excellent read. This is one of those books that I highly recommend picking up. I enjoyed it. This is probably my favorite scout book that I've read in a long time. I really, really love it. Mullet Cop is $8. $8 for Mullet Cop. That's just cover price on that. Not raising it, not lowering it, just keeping it at that cover price. That's the way we like it. Page numbers or we riot. Yes, but with there are some good lines in the book that make you think that's Danny McBride totally delivering that line. They really did a good job with Mullet Cop. And actually, it's water I'm drinking. I'm drinking water. I got Defenders number 99. This one's in a Mylar. It's in really good shape. It's going to go for $5 for Defenders number 99. Okay, now I have some really cool runs here. I have Secret War, book 1 of 5, 2 of 5. This was actually the first appearance of Quake Daisy. This alone is a $20 book. This one is a $10 book. This one is a $10 book. This one's going to be a $10 book. And this one's going to be a $10 book. All first printings and everything. So what we're going to do on this, we got 10, 20, 30. We're going to do $50 on Secret War books 1 through 5. If you get all of these books, it's $50. Comes with free shipping on the order and a spin on the wheel. So $50 if you want to grab all of Secret War by Brian Michael Bendis and Gabriel Dell'Otto. Gabriel Dell'Otto just does insane work. His art is crazy, and he did all these cool covers here. I highly recommend grabbing this. This is a really nice pickup. Secret War number 1 through 5. The entire run. And then I have Dead No More, The Clone Conspiracy, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and The Clone Conspiracy Omega number 1. I'm going to do this entire run today for $30. $30 on this for The Clone Conspiracy. Grab this while you can. And then finally, I have a book here from my very good friend Afua Richardson. I have the Batman Superman World's Finest number 9 variant that she did. It is signed, and it also includes a remark, a bookmark, and yet another card. It's a total collector's item, and she totally hooked this up for me. She got Mylars, and it's just such a beautiful presentation. This is Afua's amazing, outstanding artwork here. We are going to do this for $75 today. $5 on the Detective Comic Center. Come and grab that. And I'm going to fill up the last 2 slots on the bottom here, and then we're going to go to break. And just pick out 2 books very quickly. Pick something we got already. I have The Batman Who Laughs number 1. This is going to go for $10 today. This is a Greg Capullo variant. Really beautiful book here. The Batman Who Laughs number 1. And then I have Heart Eyes number 1 from Vault Comics. That's going to go for $5. That's the first issue right there. I wish I could fill 2 slots at the same time. We're going to party like it's Defenders 99. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break. When we get back, we're going to start busting out those $2 books. I will see you guys in just a moment.
Why was Princess Zelda sad after watching a bunch of YouTube videos? She couldn't find a link in the description. We'll stop if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's super easy. Click subscribe and click the bell when you do. And thanks for supporting the EXP.
Did you know that across America there are over 2, maybe even 3 live stream producers who can't even afford Mountain Dew? Take Brian here. Brian has gone 2 weeks without a sip of Red Bull. If it goes on much longer, he may take a shower and get a real job. Situations like this are as tragic as they are preventable. Join the experience on YouTube and gain access to special emojis and members-only streams. For less than a cup of coffee, you can keep socially awkward hermit people working from their parents' basements where they belong. Scan the QR code on the screen to join. You'll be glad you did.
Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rockin' Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales.
Welcome back, everybody. So we have gone through the bottom row of books. If you guys have any questions about anything we got down there, let me know. We got some more FOMO books on the way. And once again, I just want to draw to everybody's attention that we do have my newest series, Warline #1. Kenneth, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. We have Warline #1 available for pre-order. This is going to go back to press. We will be getting all new books this Friday, and they will be shipping out on Monday. We have 20 slots open right now. So if anybody is interested, just let me know in the comments. All right, let's start busting out those $2 books. We've got some really great stuff for you guys today. First big stack here. Warline is $20, so it's going to be a limited print run. Thanks for reminding me, JD. So $20 on this. It's going to come signed, bagged, and boarded by me. And I will ship it directly to you, $20. You can throw it in with the rest of whatever it is you're getting. It is a collector's item because these are micro print runs that we're doing right now. The next one is going to be an exclusive for Planet Comic-Con, which is the next convention I'm doing. So every time I do a convention, I will be printing up another 100 books. So there's only 100 of these con exclusives in existence, and they're all the first printings of Warline #1. So, all right, JD's getting one. Thank you, JD. Appreciate you. I'm doing it. Get you. And JD, if you spend $25 tonight, remember you get to get a spin, not just for yourself, but for another member of the audience as well. So just letting you know. You got a package coming out to you too. Speaking of packaging and shipping and everything, anybody who has paid up their bills with me, I have shipped out your stuff. I sent you, I should have sent you tracking numbers for all your stuff. If I didn't, and you are wondering where it is, just hit me up and I'll hook you up. And now is a great time for me to start rebuilding, boxes for you guys and piles for you guys. So don't be shy. Call whatever you want today. All right, I have Justice League #12. This is a really cool Joker cover. And I have Justice League Dark #5. both going for $2. What's up, David Moore? How you doing? David Moore! David Moore, I got something you might be interested in. I have Batman Superman World's Finest number 9 signed by Afua, and it comes with a remark and another like little sketch that she did here, which is really awesome. This is going for $75 today for anyone who is interested. I have Marvel Knights number 1, second printing, going for $2. I have Chronicles Dragons of Spring Dawning, number 2. This is from Devil's Due Publishing, and number 3 and number 4. This looks really cool. We're going to do this for just $6. The set is $6. Huh. That's cool. Yes, that is a set of Secret Wars, David Moore. So we have Secret War number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The entire run. I'm doing it for $50. Comes with free shipping and a spin on the wheel. And I'm firm on price too. Firm on price on that. So Secret War number 1 through 5. That's the entire run right there. The second issue is a first appearance of Daisy Quake. It says Quake Daisy. It's got Wolverine on the cover, and he's like, "Read between the lines, you Jackenheimer, Jerkenheimer."
It's Daisy Johnson, who is Quake from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Thanks, God. I appreciate you telling me that.
You're welcome, my son.
I never watched it before. What is it? What was that one title called? The Tit or the Teeth? The Tithe?
The Tithe.
Yes. The one that confused Jewish people. That's a really great series. All right. Green Goblin number 9 is $2. And Green Goblin number 12 is $2. Thanks for letting us know that, JD. I appreciate it. Your all-knowing presence is awesome.
Thank you, Curtis. That is, in fact, how I got this voice. I worked in radio for 20 years.
Yes. And he actually does all the voiceovers on a lot of the commercials you guys watch during break time. So you're not just exporting, you're not just supporting the experience, not exporting. You're not just supporting the experience, you're supporting JD.
Yeah. I'm exporting the experience to Mexico. That's like, you all are going to lose your jobs in like 1 year.
Could you imagine a Hispanic version of me doing this show? He'd be talking like way the heck faster. He'd be on the cocaine, man. He'd be like, "Green order number 29 is going for $2. From now, comics. Now, comics." You guys know it would be a way better show. ¿Dónde es grande? ¿Por qué? We're all getting exported.
Yeah, you could have like, you could do like have like the anime babes, one on each arm as you're doing the show. You could be dressed like
that would be
Psy.
Awesome. But how about a German version of this show? Vermuten des Bluten des Rauchen. All right, we got Soulfire.
You feel by the Soulfire? You would buy it?
And if I had like my hair, if I had the wig on and everything with like, like the Hitler hairdo. I mean, we're not, are we allowed to say the H word on the air? All right.
We're past the first 9 minutes. You can do whatever you want.
Soulfire Chaos Ray number 0. That's going to go for $2. All right, I got Doctor Strange 37, number 43, and number 60, all going for just $2 a pop. $6 on that set for Doctor Strange. Lots of Doctor Strange. I got Excalibur 71. This is part of that Fatal Attractions run. This is going to go for $2. It's got the hologram thing going on it. Kicking it with the KGB. We don't get every book that they sold tonight. We'll go towards feeding a starving Russian politician who's currently servicing his country in prison. We all know you guys want Avengers 323, help save a starving Russian politician for just $2. 2 rubles. Number 324, 325, and 326. That's a good one, David Moore. Kicking it KGB style. All right, we're going to do all 4 of these books for just $8. $8 on this set. $8 on this set of Avengers books. I have Ant-Man number 11. That is $2. Web of Spider-Man number 22. That is $2. Spectacular Spider-Man 167. This is a really good issue. It's $2. We have Spectacular Spider-Man 174 and 175. This is a cool 2-parter. Get them both for $4. Or you get the whole Spidey run for $6. That Web of Spider-Man number 22 is awesome. I really love the black Spider-Man costume. Newton is rotten! Ah, boy. You can count on Kicking It to make fun of the German people. The Nazis! German people aren't Nazis, I know that. But the guy that Daredevil is fighting isn't either on Daredevil 240. That's going to go for $2. German Spider-Man would scare the living crap out of me. I'm just saying. He's going to take you away in the Kraken wagon. We have Daredevil number 241, 242, 243, and 244, and 245. Black Panther actually shows up in this issue. So we got 5 issues of Daredevil here. Classic Daredevil. Going for $10 today. Oh no, is it 6 or 5? Yeah, 5 copies going for $10. Double Dragon, number 2 and number 5. Get them both for, oh no, wait. We have number 2, number 5, and number 6, which is the final issue. This is a 6-issue series. I got half your run here for $6 for the Double Dragons. Who wants to be a Double Dragon? Double fisting. You could try double fisting it, but if you double dragon it, you'll fill 2 slots at once. Especially the bottom slots. They're so slotty. All right, I have Web of Spider-Man number 104 going for $2. Wolverine number 307, 308, and 309. Get them all for just $6. All the Wolverines for $6. We got Winter Soldier number 1, The Bitter March. That's going to go for $2. I have a What If one-shot starring the Astonishing X-Men. This looks really cool. Going for $2. I have Codename Babushka, Part 1. And looks like this is Part 2. So we got the first 2 issues of that going for $4. This looks like a really cool series. I have Punisher number 68 going for $2. Akai cover B. This is from Billy Tucci's books. This is going to go for $2. $2. Weapon Lost, number 2. This is a Hunt for Wolverine crossover. It's going to go for $2. And I have Wonder Man number 8. That's going to go for $2. All right. What would I feel comfortable letting go of all these books for? $25. $25, you can get every book on this rack here. 25. $25 for the rack, and you get a spin on the wheel. And I want to see if I can move these bottom row of books here. So I'm going to do a lump sum total on all those. Plus 10, plus 15, plus 15, plus 10, 25, plus 5, plus 8, plus 5, plus 10, plus 5. All right, so the bottom row of books here go for $138. That's the total on all of them. I would do them all for just, say, $95 tonight. $95, you get all the bottom row books here. That includes Mullet Cop and everything else. So if you want the entire bottom row of books, which gets you every key showcased item that we have, it's just $95. If you were to buy them all individually and add them up, it would be $138. So you're saving quite a bit of money on that. 138 minus 90. Oh, that's 5. You're saving $53 on everything here today. So it's 138 minus 90. Wait, 38 minus 95. $43. Sorry, you're saving $43 on everything here on the bottom row. And it's getting late, so my brain is kind of fried. $93 for the bottom row of books, or $25 for everything on the $2 rack. Think about it, see if it's something you want to do. All right, next thing we got up here is Uncanny X-Men, number 333 and 334. Get the pair for $4. Get the pair for $4. I have Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 5. That is $2. I have New Teen Titans 65 and 66. $4 on the pair. Batman Detective Comics 957, 958, and 959, and 960. We're going to do all these books here for just $8. $8 on all these books. I have X-Men 92, number 7. That's going to go for $2. Jubilee's listening to the Toadies. They guest star in this, and The Brood, $2. Batman, The New Adventures, number 410, and number 411, and number 412, 413, 414, and 415. This is a nice run here, guys. We got them all, 3, 6, going for $12. The old Teen Titans. That's good. That's it. That's a really great concept. I love it, JD. All right, I got Fantastic Four 363, 364, and 365. All going for $6. $6 on that. All right. Next up, I have Ultimate Extinction, number 1 of 6, number 2 of 6, number 3 of 6, number 4 of 6, number 5 of 6. get the entire run for just $10. $10 on this entire run for Ultimate Extinction. This is weird because it says 1 of 6, 2 of 6, and then once you get to the end, it says 5 of 5, which is weird. But either way, that's strange. Up until issue 3, they decided it was going to be a 6-issue series, and then it ended up being a 5-issue series. But this is the whole thing. Get it all for $10. That's a full run of books. Classic X-Men, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9. We're going to do all these for just $8. $8 on these. And then I got Ultimate X-Men, number 65, number 66, number 67, number 68, number 69, and number 70. If you grab them all, it's just $12 for the entire Ultimate X-Men run. That's a nice run filler right there for you. Next up, I got Ultimate Spider-Man 106, 107. We're skipping a couple. 106 and 107. That's weird. I guess this is just a random run here of books. All right, so we got some random Ultimate Spider-Man books. We're going to start off with going numerical order. Not that good. They must have realized it was not that good. Hashtag. It made it 5 issues instead of 6. I don't know. I haven't read it. I wasn't a big fan of what they were doing with the Ultimate Universe at that point. Like, I was just kind of like, okay, you guys kind of lost me a while ago. You know, once you just kind of, there was a huge argument. And actually, it was the guy who predicted its undoing that was the cause of its undoing, meaning the Ultimate Universe. And that was Jeff Loeb. A number of years ago, he was at a panel, and Bendis was there, and he was highly critical of what Marvel had done with the Ultimate Universe. And the premise for the Ultimate Universe was, let's update our superheroes. Let's make it so that what if Spider-Man became Spider-Man in today's world as opposed to the 60s? What would be different? What could we do here? It just gave Spider-Man it gave us a really fresh take on Spider-Man. And it was brilliant. It was just bringing Spider-Man back to the basics. And the success of that led to Ultimate X-Men, which was also really, really great. Mark Millar penned that, and Adam Kubert was the artist on that. It was Adam or Andy, one of the Kubert brothers. Really, really brilliant stuff. And then they did the Ultimates, which is probably the best Avengers story ever told in comics for a film adaptation. And a lot of what was done in the Ultimates was what you eventually saw become the Avengers film. So it was really, really a cool way to modernize these characters and to just kind of give them more of like a cinematic spin that felt more grounded. And I really, really enjoyed it. And they brought teams together who had worked on all this stuff. Well, Jeff Loeb eventually became critical of it, and he's like, at one point, are these universes going to collide? Because that's the only thing you can do. Like, if you look at the longevity of this, there's only so far you can go with it. And Bendis, said, I challenge you to a duel. And, Bendis continued to do really great stuff in that universe. And we saw the creation of Miles Morales as a result of it. And that's how the Ultimate Universe really kind of survived, because all the other characters were either killed off or whatever. But it was really Jeff Loeb who eventually came on to work on Ultimates. He started with Ultimates 3, which was not a very good run, even though he was working with Joe Madeira on that. And he brought about Ultimatum and all the other things that kind of it was Jeff Loeb who was brought on to destroy the Ultimate Universe. It's really kind of poetic in a lot of ways. But yeah, get that whole run for $10. The Batman run, Curtis. We have Issues 410 to 415, I'm doing them all for $12. If you want to grab it, let me know if you want to take those bandits. I got an Avengers run here too, 323 through 326, going for $8. And then what else did I have that I thought you might be interested in? I got some Uncanny X-Men 333 and 334 going for $4. All right, anyway, let's get back to Ultimate. So we have Ultimate Spider-Man number 53, number 86, number 87, number 88, number 106, number 107, number 110, and number 111. It's a nice run there. We're going to do 2, 4, 6, 8 comics for $15. Not 16, I'll do them all for 15. Get all those Ultimate Spideys. All right, Batman runs off to Curtis. Thank you, Curtis. Appreciate you, brother. Always great to see you. Got another copy of Daredevil 242 going for $2. Anybody just wants that one Daredevil, doesn't want to get that whole run. Surprised I don't have anybody buying up Daredevil books yet. With the TV show coming back and all these other kinds of things happening, I would think you guys would be on that. I have Ultron number 1. This is the Age of Ultron one shot. This is going to go for $2. I have Avengers Fear Itself number 14, number 15, number 16, going for just $6. And we got some more Ultimate Spider-Man here. We have Ultimate Spider-Man issue 130, number 131, and number 132, and number 133. I will do all of these for just $8. The Born Again issues, yeah. Oh yeah, because that's what the run is called, yeah, or the TV show is called. But it doesn't have anything to do with Born Again. Born Again was already done in season 3 of Daredevil. It was freaking brilliant, by the way. Those first 3 seasons of Daredevil were all just magic. I loved it. You know, I started watching The Sopranos now, finally. I've never watched The Sopranos before, so a good friend of mine, she turned me on to it. And I watched the first 2 episodes now, and I'm like hooked. So I'm in Sopranosville right now, and it's a lot of fun, liking that show. And I'm a big Mad Men fan too. So Mad Men was created by the same guy who did Sopranos. All right, I have more Ultimate X-Men. I have issue 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Some really great stuff here. The Ultimate X-Men is solid reading material here. We've got all these books going for $10. More Ultimate X-Men, more Ultimate Spider-Man. I have Zorro number 0 by Don McGregor and number 1. This is the preview edition. You can get 0 and number 1 for $4. From one of my favorite creators of all time, Don McGregor. I have Revival number 2, number 3, number 4. This is a great horror series from Image Comics done by my man Tim Seeley. Number 5 is here. And wait, this is number 6. Sorry. This is number 5. This is number 6. All these covers are done by Jenny Friesen. I got my start with all these guys. Like, I started working in comics, you know, and Tim was sort of like the guy who kind of ushered us in, you know. It's like, he's one of those guys that kind of just gives you the straight answers. And it's like, how do you break into comics? And the first thing Tim told me is, you're always breaking into comics. He's not wrong about that. And this was a series he did with Mike Norton. They got very far with this. In fact, they got so far they had a TV deal. And then a TV show with the same exact concept came up, and that killed the deal. It was terrible. But the comic book series was awesome. So basically, Revival is about this small town in Wisconsin where people who died suddenly come back to life. but they're not the same anymore. It's got a real, it's a really great horror series. And issue 6 in particular, I remember this being a really solid book. Mike Norton was the artist on this. Mike is a spectacular guy. I absolutely love Mike Norton. He's a big, giant teddy bear. He's basically the Seth Rogen of comics. Like, he even looks like Seth Rogen. And he's just the nicest person on the planet. Really talented artist. And, this is the book that they worked on together. We have issue 7, 8, and 9, and 10. And we have 11 as well, and 12. This is a great run here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 comics here. I'll do all these revival books for just $15 because I want to hook you guys up. If you're into horror and you like Tim Seeley and you like Mike Norton, you're gonna love this book. This is their brainchild here, and it's a really great comic book series. I really want to see this get turned into get the adaptation for the on-screen adaptation. And I'm really proud of Tim because he saw that he's had a lot of difficulty with his properties getting picked up and turned into film, like Hack Slash, for example. And he's always talking about it. He's always working on it. It's really frustrating, but that's not stopping him from getting into the film world. And he's now worked on a number of film properties. They're smaller films, but nevertheless, he's written, movies. In fact, if you guys have seen Revealer, that was a movie written by Tim Seeley, and it's on. I forgot the name of the app or the channel that it's on, but you can go and stream it right now. Next up, I have Redneck number 7, number 8, number 9. And number 10. I'm going to do all of the Redneck books for $8. David Moore, I know you're after Redneck quite often, so I got some more of them here for you, buddy. I have Nail Biter number 15 going for $2. It's about a serial killer who named Nail Biter. The Seventh Sword issue 2, that's $2. Madman Comics number 1 of 4 and number 2 of 4 going for $4. We got Lone Wolf 2100 number 7 going for $2. Shudder. Yeah, if you're a horror fan, get on Shudder. And Revealer is a really good movie. It was also co-written by another creator that I got my start with, Michael Morecci. We started out in comics at the same time, and he's a great guy, and I'm glad to see them succeeding. And they're now making more movies, which is great. And that's how we're going to see a Hack Slash movie get done. Tim is showing us the way, and it really is one of those things where if you want to see it happen, you have to go out there and make it happen yourself. No one else is going to come to you and say, hey, we want to do this, and just pay you. Because at this point, we've gotten smarter as creators, and we know that there's more in it for us if we do the work, as opposed to handing it off to someone else. You hand it off to someone else, they're going to take their cut, or they're just going to try and X you out of it completely. Tim is putting himself into a position where if a Hack Slash movie gets made, he's going to have more control over it. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. Curtis, I got you. Lobster Johnson, number 1 of 5 and number 2 of 5. $4 on that. I have Whisper, number 33. That is $2. And then I got a bunch of Gold Key comics here. This is going to be interesting. I've had a lot of people ask me about Gold Key comics recently. I have Tarzan of the Apes going for $2. This is the May edition. I have the April. This is Korak, Son of Tarzan. This is the March edition. This is the December edition of Korak. Then I got Turok. I haven't even looked these books up in price or value. I don't know what they're going for, but this is Giant Comic Turok, Son of the Stone, and Turok, Son of the Stone. Again, if you want this Gold Key collection here. I will do all these books, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I will do them all for $12 for this Gold Key stack here. Gold Key comics, get them all for $12. $12 on that. All right, I think it is time for us to take another short break. But when we come back or while you guys are gone, here's what I'm offering now. I would do 25 and 25 on the double rack here. So in order to move all these comics so that I got them out of my head and I don't have to deal with them anymore, I will sell you everything for $50. That includes free shipping on your order, 25 and 25. Shipped to your house for free. You're getting a ton of comics that are just really awesome. And we'll go over it again, but $50, that's my ask. You take all these books. I don't have to show them again. I don't got to work through it again. They're gone, and I can go out and buy more. So stick around. We'll be right back, and I'll see you guys in a moment.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
Go follow the experience on TikTok at @the_EXP1 or scan the QR code on the screen. Our TikTok is like everywhere else we are, except you only have to deal with us for a minute. Seems like a win-win to me.
All right, we're back. All right, so David Moore is grabbing the Zorros. He wants Ultimate Spider-Man 111. Okay, no problem. 111. And he wanted the Rednecks. Gotcha, David Moore. David Moore! David Moore. The Zorros are at 4, and the Spidey's at 2. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, sir. Got some good books there. All right, let's fill those empty slots. Let's fill those slots. I have yes, Edward, you would like Revival. So I was telling everybody earlier about it. Revival is a series put out by Tim Seeley and Mike Norton. It's a horror series, and it takes place in Wisconsin, in this like rural Wisconsin town where the dead come back to life. And it's really eerie. It's got kind of like a slow buildup. It really kind of reminded me of True Detective in some ways, just with the slow pacing, the slow buildup, and thrown in with a little bit of Breaking Bad. I really liked it. It was some good storytelling, really great sequentials in here. And I have 12 issues in the series. Normally that would be $22. I'm going to just do them for $15. The only issue you're missing is issue 1, but you got issues 2 through 12. It's a full that's a full run there, and it's a great independent series. Ooh, Scotty Young did the variant did the cover on issue 12, not a variant. He just did the cover. They had Jenny Friesen doing all the covers, and she's super talented, super beautiful too. She's an incredible talent. Love Jenny Friesen. I have Judge Dredd's Crime File #1 going for $2. All right, so we still got one empty spot. I have Spirit #1 from Dynamite. That's going to go for $2. So my ask on the double rack was $50. It still is $50. If anybody wants to take all of these books off my hands, $50, you get them all. I don't have to deal with them anymore. I bet you can get some money on those Gold Key books. That's a nice stack right there. You get all these Ultimate Spider-Mans, Ultimate X-Men's. You got that Excalibur 71. I'm sure that's a $5 book. All of Ultimate Extinction. That's our hashtag not that bad book of the week. And don't forget our deal on the bottom row of books too. If you get all of them, it's normally $138 value on all those books. I'll do them all at $95 right now to move them. $95, taking $43 off. So give you guys one last chance to think about that, and then I'm going to take those books down. We're going to put them back out, and then we're going to do our FOMO books. So in this next stretch of time, be ready for that. So $50 on the double rack. Do we have any takers? No worries if we don't. I don't mind taking some of these books down and putting them up on eBay, seeing what they're really worth. I'm going to start off with the Gold Keys because why the heck not? Let's see what these are actually worth with a little TLC. Again, you can grab this Gold Key stack here for just $12, and you're getting some Tarzan books, you're getting some Korak books, and you're getting some Torok books. Get them all for $12. No one wants them. They're going to get listed on eBay. My eBay store is starting to become a barren wasteland because we've been selling so much on there. Daredevil, $240. 241, 242, 243, 244, and 245. I will do all of those books here for just $12 today. All these books for $12. It's a nice stack of Daredevil books. Late 80s. Good stuff. Okay. We'll cycle those. Once again, we'll go back. Wonder Man #8 is $2. I'll do it for $1 if anybody wants it that bad. Punisher Euro Hit #68. We got Tarantula on the cover, $2. Akai cover B #1 from Billy Tucci, $2. Web of Spider-Man 104 is $2. Ant-Man 11 is $2. Got a great Doctor Strange run here. We have issue 37, 43, and #60, all going for $6. Robert, I'm going over all the stuff that's on the rack right now, so I'm taking everything down. If you want to just claim it so I can stop doing this, I would really appreciate it. It's $50 for the entire rack. You're basically buying a short box of books from me at $50. And there's some good stuff in here too. You'll get a spin on the wheel over here, and you'll get free shipping on your order. We got Ultimate Spider-Man #53, #86, 87, 88, #106, #107, and #110. I will do all of these Ultimate Spideys here. 4, 5, 6, 7, $14 on these. Get your bang for your buck. We got Ultimate Extinction #1, #2, #3, #4, and #5. All going for $10. $10 on that whole stack there. Whisper #33 is $2. Weapon Launch number 2 is $2. Codename Babushka number 1 and number 2. That's going to go for $4. What If? An Astonishing X-Men one-shot going for $2. Winter Soldier, The Bitter March number 1. That is $2. Double Dragon. You got issues number 2, 5, and number 6, all going for $6. Wolverine, number 307, 308, and 309, all going for $6. Guess we're going to cycle these. Cycle and recycle. I have a nice Spectacular Spider-Man set here. Spectacular Spider-Man 167, 174, and 175, all going for $6. $6 for this run. Well, the Spider-Man 22 is $2. Avengers number 323, 324, 325, and 326. We got it all for $8. The whole set is $8. $8 on that run. Madman Comics number 1 and number 2. Get them both for $4. Lobster Johnson number 1 of 5 and number 2 of 5. Get them both for $4. Nail Biter 15 is $2. The Seventh Sword number 2 is $2. Kind of doing it up differently, aren't we? All right. Got Justice League. These books down. Justice League number 12 is $2, and I have Justice League Dark number 5 going for $2. Marvel Knights number 1 is going for $2. This is the second printing. I have Excalibur 71, Fatal Attractions, going for $2. That's cool out there. Green Goblin number 9 and number 12 going for $4. Chronicles Dragons of Spring Dawning number 2 and number 3 and number 4. That is $6 for that run. Soulfire Chaos Rain number 0, that is $2. Green Hornet 29, that is $2. The Spirit number 1, that is $2. Judge Dredd's Crime File number 1, that is $2. Ultron, the Age of Ultron one-shot, that's going to go for $2. I have New Avengers Fear Itself number 14, number 15, and number 16. I will get them all to you for just $6. $6 on the run. New Teen Titans number 65 and number 66. We're going to do the pair at $4. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 5 is $2. Daredevil 242 is $2. Uncanny X-Men 333 and 334. We're going to do this pair for $4. $4 on the pair. $4 on that pair. Okay. I have Ultimate X-Men 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Grab the set for just $10. $10 on that. Ultimate Spider-Man number 130, 131, 132, and 133. Get that whole set at $8. We have the Revival set one last time going for $15 as opposed to $22. The only issue we're missing is issue 1. Classic X-Men, we have issue 6 and 7 and 8 and number 9, all going for just $8. $8 on that set. I have Ultimate X-Men number 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and number 70. We're going to do the entire run here for just $12, $12 on that run. Fantastic Four number 363, 364, and 365. We're going to do it all for $6. I have Detective Comics number 957, 958, 959, and number 960. We're going to do it all for $8, $8 on that entire run. And then I have X-Men 92 number 7. This is a variant. We got the Toadies and the Brood showing up in this book. All going for $2, guys. That would have been an entire long box or short box of books you could have just got for $50. All right, it is now FOMO time. So we're going to show off our FOMO books here. Get ready for that. And we're going to start off with Hawkeye number 8, which is going to go for just $5 today. We have Red Goblin number 1 going for $5. I have the Avengers number 4. This is the first appearance of Warbird. This is going to go for $15. I have Soviet Super Soldiers number 1. That's going to go for $10 today. I have the Joker 80th Anniversary 100-page Super Spectacular. That's going to go for, we'll do this for $10 today. I have Superior Spider-Man number 24. This is a variant edition, and it is going for $10. And I have Darkwing Duck number 1 from Dynamite Comics. This is going to go for $4, just $4 on this. And then I have a variant of Fantastic Four 583 with Dr. Doom on the cover. That is going to go for $10. So these are your FOMO books for today, for tonight's show. Actually, we're going to put them over here. We'll put the FOMO books here so we can continue to build a rack here. Lots of $5 books on our FOMO run here. FOMO stuff here, and I might try and lump some of these so I can just move them all. This is Superior Spider-Man is really cool. Variant cover with Venom on it. All right, back to $2 comics. We have Xena Warrior Princess meets Army of Darkness. I have issue 3 and issue 4 going for just $4 tonight. $4 on that set. And then, just for the heck of it, before I get back to $2 books, I want to showcase some independent books here. First, I got Let's Play Volume 2. This is an Eisner Award nominee. This is a gaming comic with romance. She's a young, single, and about to achieve her dream of creating incredible video games. But then life throws her a 1-2 punch. A popular streamer gives her her first game a scathing review, even where she finds out that the same troublesome critic is now her new neighbor. A funny, sexy, and all too real story about gaming, memes, and social anxiety. Come for the plot, stay for the doggo. Looks really great, actually. Let's Play is what it's called. This has a price tag of $25 on it. I'll do it for $20. It looks great. I should actually read it. Then I have the Latex Avenger, The Wrath of Khan, like comics. This is the Latex Avenger. This is by my man Dan Price. This is issue 4. We're going to do it for $5. And if you like this, I can get more. And then I have the Halloween Man and Latex Avenger crossover. This was a really cool Kickstarter or Indiegogo thing that the two creators did. And it's fantastic. I love it. Latex Avenger, you know you want it. This one's gonna go for $15. And then I have Bigfoot Knows Karate #1. This is Dan Price's epic series. Look at this cover here. It is awesome. This is gonna go for $15. So these are some cool independent books that I'm showcasing. A little bit of a different way today. All right, now back to scholar books. I have Damage number 0, Guy Gardner Warrior number 0, and Gunfire 0. I'll give all these to you at $2 a pop. Yeah, he did. I love Bigfoot Knows Karate. It's a really cool series. Dan Price is an awesome guy. JD, we actually had breakfast with him, Dirk Manning, and Drina Joe, and with Kyle when we were in Baltimore. That was like the last thing we did before hitting the road. We had a really great breakfast together. I have Batman Detective Comics number 35, number 36. Get them both for $4. $4 on this pair of books. I have the Uncanny X-Men Annual number 17. That is $2. Danger Girl number 3 is $2. Danger Girl number 4 is $2. Danger Girl number 6 is $2. J. Scott Campbell's masterpiece. Get it all for $6. And then I got Uncanny X-Men. Oh, wait. I already showed that off. Sorry. I have Preacher number 51. Number 52, get the pair for $4. I'm a real big fan of the Preacher comic, not such a fan of the TV show. I was really kind of on board after the first episode, and then a couple episodes in, I'm like, there's nothing that has happened throughout the show. And I just stopped caring. There was no action. There was no really anything. It was completely different from the comic. The Preacher TV show, which wanted to be brilliant, and I will say that Seth Rogen did a much better job with The Boys than he did with Preacher. I think he just knew how to handle that source material like so much better than Preacher. And Preacher's a hard series to adapt as is. But it's also one of those books that's really doesn't need to be adapted, kind of like Watchmen. Like we didn't need a Watchmen movie, but we got one. And, I kind of felt the same way about Preacher. It was just the changes that I made just really didn't work for it. Same thing, like it's like the Cowboy Bebop when they did that. David Morris called him Preacher. Yeah, talk about the Cowboy Bebop adaptation. Hashtag very, very bad. Super terrible and bad. All right, I got Beowulf Dragon Slayer number 4 going for $2. I got Death of Phoenix True Believers number 1 going for $2. Catwoman Annual number 1 is going for $2. Robin 2, The Joker's Wild number 1 is $2. Savage Sword of Conan number 12 is $2. Marvel lost the Conan license. Kind of funny. X-Men number 38, number 40, and number 42. I will do all these for $6. Cowboy, that was bad. I'd rather Conor McGregor myself with the car. Nope. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was really that terrible. I really just did not like it. Another thing that I'm going to call out right now, since we're talking about things that suck, that after finishing Warline, I was really, really proud of myself. I was like, cool, I got this book done. And then I was inspired to read the book and then rewatch the movies that inspired me the most when I thought about, making the character. And Blade and Blade 2 are two of those movies that had a real big impact on how I saw Warline. I always pictured him to be kind of like Wesley Snipes, So I went back and I rewatched the first Blade movie, and I'm like, this movie holds up. Even now, according to like all the technology and everything that's out there, that movie delivers in every way it possibly can and doesn't look dated. It still feels like, it's a modern movie. That was really great. Blade 2 is lots of fun, but it's super lame, like in terms of the story, like nothing makes sense. But then the third one just completely loses sense of any sort of like hopes that there could possibly be a salvageable story, and just goes off the deep end. And the only thing that really was great about Blade Trinity was that opening fight scene. Everything else, I'm just like, I checked out right away. It was so lame. And every time they had to keep bringing Chris Christopherson in, it's like, the dude died in the first movie. Just leave him dead. And then they had Norman Reedus. That was actually my first Norman Reedus experience, was Blade 2. He was great. And then he gave birth to a child in that video game. I'm so glad you guys like it. Yeah, thanks, David Moore. I appreciate it. So David pre-ordered the first one. You're going to like the newer version in terms of its presentation. We really amped it up. So basically, you guys know the flap that we have here is now going to be going over the cover here. So basically what my printer told me is, what I originally wanted to do was I wanted to have the cover cut, or this on top of that, right? And if I have that, then I can't have a full back cover. So my printer told me we have to cut it over here. So the newer version is actually going to have a really cool design. Our letterer and designer, Joel Saavedra, he was originally supposed to be the artist on Warline, and he did this one image one night. He was just having fun drawing, and we're now putting it on the inside over here. And the flap is going to be printed correctly this time, and it is going to stop on the inside as well. And when you see that, it's just going to be a little bit different, but it's going to be really, really awesome. You guys are really going to love it. I can't wait to get the next version of it out. You'll appreciate it. And we also made changes to the lettering too. It's a small thing, but we basically took the thickness of the letters, or of the balloons, and we thinned them out even more. And originally I didn't want to do this, but I actually, while I was in Emerald City Comic-Con, yeah, I know, I got you. I already have you, David Moore, for the next one. But while I was at Emerald City Comic-Con, I met an artist named Stefan Frank. You guys can see I shared his post the other day. He also had massive success at the show. Sold 30 boxes worth of his book, and his book is awesome. It's called Silver. I'm reading it now, and I'll be selling it soon for you guys. It's really good stuff. So Stefan is his name. Stefan, he was the lead animation designer on the film The Iron Giant. And when I shared Warline with him, he gave me very good constructive feedback, and reminded me of something Dak once told me, which was, the job of a letterer is to look invisible. And Joel did such a damn fine job of lettering this book. We went back and forth with each other, and I think if Dak was around, he'd be damn proud of what we did here. We really did yeoman's work together. Just the lettering on this book was took weeks, and it was an art in every single way. It was totally accidental, for example, that we came up with a perfect sound effect for when bones break in this book, and Joel found the perfect color for it too, which is kind of like this, bony white color, and this font that just works really well. And we went back and forth and made sure that there was enough space in between. And, it was just, it was a lot of fun playing with the words. I did a lot of, I learned a lot about this stuff while I was working with Dak on Yi Sun Shin, but he was having me learn it from reading Will Eisner books. So The Spirit, for example, does a lot of great stuff with wordplay and and sound effects and everything. And it really just adds to the experience. I'm really pleased with the way Warline came out. If you want to pre-order the next print run that we got. We're doing only exclusive covers right now. They're all being sold for $20. You can pre-order it now. We still got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 19 slots available right now. All these books are going to sell either way. We're going to just kind of cycle them on the show. I might bring them out next week because we just got some extra books to sell. So, get yourself a copy of Warline. And I'll sign it for you, too. All right. Oh, yeah, Ryan Reynolds being Reynolds. Yeah, see, okay, here's the thing. Ryan Reynolds did not fit with Blade. I love Ryan Reynolds. I'm with you, JD, but he did. It's like he just got shoehorned into the series. And he personally is a better actor than Wesley Snipes is in terms of like his on-screen presence. It's sort of like some people just have an energy about them. Ryan Reynolds is like a very commanding like presence on screen. Like he outshines Wesley Snipes, unless Wesley Snipes is beating someone up. That's when Wesley Snipes outshines, Ryan Reynolds. But like thanks to technology, it doesn't really matter anymore. Like they could both look, badass. But to be honest with you, he was just annoying in that movie. Like, it was just this. He brought this snarky tone that really didn't add anything to it. Parker Posey, I kind of just want to like take a golf club and put her up on the tee and just be like, and just actually I wouldn't go looking for her. I could go like this and walking away. I am not a Parker Posey fan. Parker Poser is really what her name is. No, he wouldn't. He would just cut his head off. He'd be like, listen here, Twinkie Pie. The action scenes were great. I mean, seriously, the opening scene in the club, in the nightclub in Blade 1, that's classic. That's like a classic scene in cinema, period. It is awesome, and it's before all the Marvel stuff. If it wasn't for the success of Blade, you would not have an MCU. I'm not kidding. Go back and rewatch that movie. Tell me I'm wrong. I got Star Trek Deep Space Nine number 19 going for $2. I got Uncanny X-Men number 14 going for $2. They're going to make Blade 1 look like Blade 2 or Blade 3. We got Gambit and the Externals number 4 going for $2. The Kingdom number 2 is going for $2. And I have Harley Quinn and her Gang of Harleys number 4 going for $2. Yeah, man. Well, here's the thing. When I was watching it on my phone, the effects didn't seem dated to me. I actually kind of felt like it worked. It was like synced perfectly. Like, here's a movie that had terrible audio, was The Dark Knight Rises. God damn, did that movie suck with audio. Like, actually, I'm going to critique every single one of the Nolan movies. That guy is like deaf or something. He has no sense of like audio perception, like I'm just not impressed with how he does sound or how his sound guy does sound. He really missed the mark at Dark Knight Rises, which I will say after a second viewing, after years have passed, Dark Knight Rises is not a bad movie. I actually really enjoyed it, but the sound on it was just awful. Whereas you watch Blade, everything was in sync. Whoever did the choreography for both Blade 1 and Blade 2 did a phenomenal job. Everything came together. The music was great too. The use of the soundtrack was freaking awesome. One of my favorite scenes in a film is that nightclub scene where Blade comes in and they all start calling him Daywalker. You start shooting him with the shotgun and killing all these vampires, and you see him turning into dust, and it looked badass. I mean, how does it look any better or worse than a current Marvel movie? Atari 2600, I say, it's just as good as anything we got now. That's my argument. I don't really, Without Blade, we wouldn't have Black Adam. Thanks to Blade, we have Black Adam. We have Ted Adam, who's in desperate need of a name change. He really needs to have that superhero. And nothing says superhero better than black. If that doesn't get me canceled, nothing will. All right, so we already showed these books here. All $2 books. Call it as you see it. And Curtis, if you're still in the house, I got some aliens for you coming up. Got some other fun stuff on the way right now. All right, I have Aliens Labyrinth number 1 of 4. This is gonna go for $2. Aliens Stronghold 4 of 4. David Moore, that was hilarious. The Black Adam. We wouldn't have Black Adam. We wouldn't have Iron Fist if it wasn't for Blade either. I'm just putting that out there. 2 Aliens books going for $2 a pop. I got Robin Hood Wanted number 5, cover D, going for $2. Superman in Action Comics number 0 going for $2. $2 on that. And I have Cloak and Dagger number 4. That is $2. I have the Uncanny X-Men Annual. Giant Size Spectacular. This is with Exodus on there. That's going to go for $2. And then I have Silver Surfer 132 and number 134. That is going to go for $4 on the set. $4 on the set. Curtis has those Aliens books. Gosh darn it. I was thinking I had you in mind when I was buying them. All right, I got Quasar number 12. I didn't have anyone in mind when I bought Quasar number 40 or number 12. I was thinking about you, Curtis. Or you, David Moore. I was thinking about anybody because nobody wants these 2 books for $4. Never going to happen. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. I got Uncanny X-Men 301, 302, and 303, and 314. Going for $8. All these Uncanny X-Men's for $8. Wolverine 78 is $2. Wolverine 81 is $2. Dark Knight number 154 is $2. Ultimate Doom number 1, number 2, and number 3. Get them all for just $6. $6 on that set. And I think we're going to need to take a commercial break in a second. So I'm going to finish building out this wall here, and then we're going to take a short break. See, I avoided using the word slot because I don't want to be a slot on my show tonight. I don't want to be a dirty slot. No slot is going unplugged. I have Superman and Wonder Woman, the Computer Masters of Metropolis, Compliments of Radio Shack. Is going for $2. Mighty Avengers number 252 is $2. Ultimate Spider-Man number 13 is $2. Gambit and the Externals number 2 is $2. The Last Avengers Story, cool acetate cover, number 1 of 2, going for $2. Curtis, I think you were the one that told me that. Kang's the villain in this. Got old Avengers here. And then finally, I have West Coast Avengers, part of the 4-issue miniseries. I got issue 2, 3, and 4. We're missing number 1. But get the set here for $6. All right, and that is a full rack of books here, double rack. Yeah, when do we get that? Quasar Lena is what it would be called. All right, we're going to take a short break. But before we go to break, I'm going to throw something out there for you guys, something for you to consider. Get everything on this rack, plus all of these other $2 books that we have here. I will do all of that for $30. So think about that for a minute. We're going to go to break, and when we come back, we're going to showcase some more comics. I'll see you guys in just a moment.
Did you know that every experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.
Comic Collectibles is here for you every Wednesday with AR Comics for two very important reasons: to sell you rare, one-of-a-kind comics that you'll love, and to confuse AR with old man talk. You see, Rex and John are, how should I put this, ancient as the roots of the mountains. So every week, Rex and John fill in AR in yet another area of pop culture that he missed because he's too young, just didn't have the time, or just really doesn't care about. It's a real public service they provide. Come buy some super rare and unique comics, while old men explain long-dead sci-fi shows to a younger man making that confused puppy face. Every Wednesday from 6 to 8 Eastern with Rex, John, and AR Comics. Comic Collectibles on The Experience. Comic culture and sales.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with two comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
All right, guys, we're back for the last 20 minutes of our show here. And we are going to do this, rack here. Actually, we'll take 25 on it if anybody's interested. So all the $2 books on the boards. All right, got West Coast Avengers. All right, no one's buying the rack. That's yours either way, Curtis. I'll fill it up with something else right now. Plug it up. Gosh, I'm not trying to be sexual on the show here. I'm trying to behave myself. I gotta learn how to behave myself. Like Butters says, I gotta learn how to behave myself. All right. We got Darkhold number 15. That's gonna go for $2. Okay, Leonard's taking it. I'll throw that in. $25. Leonard's taking everything that's here. He's like, give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Give me that Quasar, Onrie. We sold some Quasar tonight. Thank you, Leonard. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Oh. Okay, Leonard. Leonard, you get a spin on the wheel right now. You get a free DC book, so the next DC book that you see that is up on the board that you want, you can add it to your stack here. I'm doing great, man. We're getting ready to put out another version of Warline number 1. It just got sent off to press. So we have Warline 1 available. It'll be available by the end of the week. It's going to be done a lot differently than this book. I'm taking pre-orders right now. I have 19 copies that I can sell. The rest are going to be reserved for the convention. So we're doing a print run of 100. We did 125 for Emerald City. We're scaling back to 100 here. mainly because I'm going to bring 75 with me over to the show. I estimate I can sell about 25 copies a day over there. Maybe I'll be, shooting under, who knows. But I also want to give you guys a chance to pre-order stuff as well. So Warline number 1, the Planet Comic-Con exclusive, is going to go for $20. Come signed by me. If you want to add that to your pile, you're more than welcome to do so. Warline is basically Blade, Demolition Man, and Logan all rolled into one. And the artwork is done by Dexter Wee. And it's a martial arts tour de force with some cool sci-fi elements to it. It takes place in a dystopian world. It's about an old warrior passing his legacy onto his daughter. You're going to love it. It's pornographically awesome. More like Scoreline. Settle the scoreline. It's just another way of saying war, technically. All right, we got the Marvel X-Men collection by Jim Lee, book 2 of 3 with Gambit on the cover. That's going to go for $2. I'm going to showcase our FOMO books one last time. Take them down. They will end up on the lower rack here, along with some other cool stuff for our next show. And let's not forget, we got this Afua Richardson variant cover of Batman, Superman, World's Finest #9, signed by my very good friend, and also remarked by her too. You can own this for $75. This is a great item to have. Afua has a really hard time getting these covers from retailers because they're variant incentive covers. This is a 1 in 50 variant, and it's signed and remarked. This is going to go for $75 today, a 1 in 50 variant. That's where you're going to see her art. We also got the Joker 80th anniversary 100-page spectacular going for $10. Superior Spider-Man 24 is going for $10. Darkwing Duck number 1 is going for $4. We got Fantastic Four 583. That is going to go for $10. Soviet Super Soldiers number 1 is going for $10. We have Avengers number 4 going for $15. This is the first appearance of Warbird. Red Goblin number 1 is going to go for $5. And then we have Hawkeye number 8 going for $5. Those were our FOMO books today. Not a single FOMO book sold. I'm really sad about that, especially since we have a bunch of $5 ones too. So anybody who's interested, just let me know. And then our indie showcases for today, we'll maybe put these up on the board for next Tuesday's show. I have Let's Play Volume 2. This is like a cool gaming romance book about a girl who makes a video game, and her biggest critic is her next door neighbor, who's really sexy. She's really into him. $25 normally. I'll do it at $20. I have Bigfoot Nose Karate number 1. This is a really cool variant going for $15. I have the Latex Adventure, The Wrath of Khan. He goes to a comic convention. That's going to go for $5. And then I have Halloween Man and the Latex Avenger crossover going for $15. We have Avengers 368 going for $2. Star Trek Deep Space Nine number 0 is $2. All New Prime number 1 is $2. Hardwire number 11 is $2. Number 9 is $2. Number 10 is $2. We have the Shadow Cabinet number 0, that is $2. Get them all for just $8. I have Captain America 326 going for $2. Startling Stories, The Century Man or Make Believe, number 10, going for $2. Conan the Avenger, number 6 is $2. The Terminator, Enemy of My Enemy, number 6 is $2. Incredible Hulk 349 is $2. G.I. Joe America's Elite, $2. I have a great Wonder Woman run here, guys. Wonder Woman number 15, number 16, number 17, number 18, number 19, and number 20. This is all going to go for $12. I got Catwoman number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, and number 10. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All 9 comics, normally $18. I'm going to do it for 15. One of my friends made fun of me on Facebook earlier, and I couldn't come up with a good insult to get him back with it, and then the comeback just came to me right now, so that's why I started laughing. I'm going to destroy him. I will dominate him. In just 10 minutes, I will dominate him. I will make fun of him. You will cry like a little sissy wissy wuss boy wiener. He thought he got me, but I'm going to sink him down the sinkhole. All right. The Girl Power section of the collection. It is, because of the Wonder Woman books. Well, I just like Wonder Woman books, to be honest with you. I don't mind. I kind of like when, Wonder Woman comes in and kicks ass sometimes. It's better than the communist Black Widow doing it. Like communist. All right, I'm going to take the last couple minutes of our show here to pitch my comic books because I can do that, and I'm really proud of what I did in comics. So I'm going to talk about Eastern Shin right now. I just got these books back in print. I'm really excited about how they turned out. We have Warrior and Defender number 1 through 4, totally redone. It looks so much better. I am just so pleased with the way these books came back from the printer. They're dynamite. So we have Eastern Shin Warrior and Defender number 1. We have a new version of number 2. And when I first started in comics, I didn't really use sound effects very much. And that was something that once I learned how useful they could be, I looked at the work as soon as I sold through issues 1 through 4, and I said to myself, you know what? It's time to update this a bit. And there's a part of me that I've been kind of thinking about lately. I've been selling Eastern Shin for so long, and as committed as I've been to getting the series out there, and we're getting very close to finishing the entire series, with 2 issues left to go, by the way. There's a part of me that kind of wants to finish off the series and just be done with Eastern Shin and not necessarily focus on it as much at conventions anymore, because it's defined me for so long as a creator that I kind of want to start to branch out and do other things. So to be able to go back and do these fixes is not something that I'm going to constantly be doing throughout the rest of my career. Like, this is it. I'm letting go of this work. And the truth about art is it's never finished, only abandoned. Like even Warline, I abandoned it. I put out that first version. I saw what happened. I learned from it. I'm making fixes. My time is kind of shifting over to that. And that's not to say that I'm not going to put all my effort into finishing up Eastern Shin. We're sticking the landing with the way we're ending the series. But for those of you who don't know what Eastern Shin's about, it's about a Korean admiral who fought the Japanese in the 1500s, and he was outnumbered 10-1, and he beat them 23 times in a row and never lost a single battle. So it's kind of like 300 meets Last Samurai by way of Spartacus, and quoted by the Experience. So this is really cool. We got this set here going for just $2. I'm going to take $1 off the cover price of each book. You get all 4 issues of Eastern Shin for just $10. I've been working on the series now for 12 years, going to conventions, selling it out. We just sold 1,500. We just sold 1,500 copies of the book on at Emerald City Comic Con, and this is what I've been doing full time for the last 12 years now. It's crazy. I've gone through so many printings of these books. In fact, one book that's about to go back to press is our 5th issue, Yisun Fallen Avenger. We have Fallen Avenger number 1, which is the start of the second arc of our series. This is really kind of like the Empire Strikes Back, the meat of our story here. Yisun Fallen Avenger 2, that's issue 6. We have Fallen Avenger number 3, and we have Fallen Avenger number 4, which completes that second arc. So Yisun a trilogy. Think of Star Wars. And if the first 4 issues are your New Hope, then issues 5 through 8 are going to be your Empire Strikes Back. And all of these books are just freaking epic. I'm so proud of what we did with Yisun. Each book leads up to some really tremendously epic battles. And particularly this issue right here, Fallen Avenger, which is the 8th issue of our series, retells one of the 4 greatest naval battles ever fought in world history. And what ends up happening here is Yisun, his entire fleet ends up getting destroyed, and he only has 12 straggling ships. And this all actually happened in history. He had 12 straggling ships, and he took on the entire Japanese Navy, comprised of 333 battleships. And in 2 hours, they killed 18,000 men, and Yisun boarded the enemy commander's ship and cut off his head. And this was at a point where Korea's back was against the wall. The entire country was on the verge of being lost to the Japanese samurai, who were trying so hard to get Yisun out of the way so that they could take over the country and go into China. And it wasn't just Yisun who was holding off the Japanese. There were a lot of other really incredible military leaders at that time that helped keep the Japanese at bay. It was never just one man. But when it came to the Navy, it was just one man. Yisun was their Navy guy. So that's what makes this really cool. I'm really proud of this. And we got the first 2 arcs of Yisun going for $20, and then we have the first 2 issues of the 3rd and final arc, Hunter and Destroyer. This is issue 1 of that, and then we have Hunter Destroyer 2, which is our latest issue. I'm really proud of this book here. This is the last book that David Anthony Kraft ever worked on. We gave him his credit at the top here, and I really wish he was here to see how this turned out. He would have loved to have been here to finish out the series. We put a lot of work into this together, and really wanted to see it go and reach new heights. And I made a promise to him that I would see it through to the end. So I'm obliged to finish off this series and to do the best work that I possibly can on it. So we will get back to finishing and working on the series a little later this year. I really want to focus on getting these books out there right now and fulfilling our Kickstarter obligations, really focusing a little bit on Warline, and then transitioning over to Yisun once we finish Warline number 2. So it will be in production soon, and it's going to be epic. The last 2 issues of Yisun are going to totally stick the landing, and you're going to see how we end our trilogy. You can own all 10 issues. I will sign them for you on the air right now for $25. You can get all 10 issues of Yisun signed. And that's why I'm famous in Korea. That's exactly right. All right. So that is the end of our show today. If you guys have any questions or whatever for later on, you want to pick up Yisun, or you were curious about some other book that I showcased tonight, feel free to message me. If you want to pre-order Warline, I got you covered. We got a lot of stuff coming up, and these next few weeks are going to be a lot of fun, and it's great to be back after a 2-week-long break. I will be consistent, I promise you guys, going forward. I just needed 2 weeks to really focus on getting things together, but we're back better than ever, and we're going to continue moving comics. So I will see you guys next week on The Experience, next Wednesday night. We're going to have a brand new collection. We're going to have fun. We're going to move some comics. I will see you guys later. Have a great night.
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.